We now turn to Nancy Ho, who has a story that will resonate deeply with many. Now, often we chase society's definition of success, whether it's wealth, prestige, or the respect of our peers. But what happens when reaching that success leaves us feeling empty? Now, Nancy is about to share the paradox of success and explores the hidden struggles of high-performing professionals, revealing the tension between external achievement and internal fulfillment. So let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Nancy Ho. This is a story of my success redefined. I'm a life strategist, a transformative coach, and an executive coach. The reason why I wrote this chapter is because the clients that I work with over the years, they are successful. On the appearance, they have it all. But at the end of the day, many of them do not feel fulfilled. In fact, they feel this void deep down inside them. We are kind of programmed what success looks like for all of us. Of course, it's good to go for our achievement, the sense of we want to achieve something, our goals. That's fantastic. But it becomes very one-sided. Often, right, when we get that medal, so to speak, and then what's next? And we keep chasing the next. And after we got the next, we probably feel good for a little while. And then so-called, so what at the end of the day? So the paradox of success really reveals the fact, the flip side of success, that often people can't even talk about it because, hey, stop complaining, you have it all. When they go to sleep, they can't lie to themselves. Only they know, and put it this way, they suffer. And this suffering, nobody could understand except themselves. Probably they won't understand. They don't even know why except feeling bad. So therefore, the professional satisfaction may be there, the achievement may be there, but the personal satisfaction is not. So therefore, the not feeling fulfilled, the unfulfillment become bigger and bigger in that sense. I always consider myself as very blessed, even from young, came from above average family. I went to elite schools and I went to Switzerland, London for my tertiary studies. It's all been good. And because I've been programmed, right, that I'm the star, I'll be successful and all that, so I'm kind of driven and achieve whatever that my heart's desire, so to speak. And that's all good. However, just like everything else, like I said, you go and chase after that success, chase after the achievement. But did I feel good? I guess most times I'm not. And because I do not feel good, and would it surprise me that my brain, so to speak, produces bad chemicals? Often I say, feel good, good chemicals, feel bad, bad chemicals. So because of the bad chemicals that I have, right, it's probably called the cortisol, over times, then led to some kind of, call it sickness, ailments. Thank goodness it wasn't cancerous, but that became my wake-up call. Because, even when I was a teenager, I never have a pimple on my face. How is that? I could have a cyst. So I then did some self-reflection and said, that does not surprise me. Because while, like I said, I may have the achievement, lots to show, that medal, I wasn't feeling good in a lot of ways. Relationships was often a big problem. What is important is called self-reflection. We have to go deep inside and ask ourselves, what are our values? What are our passions? What is important to us as a person, not about the external achievement. Then after we know that, then we got to know what go against us. Because often we don't even know what goes against us, but we feel it, but we don't know what it is because we don't take time to discover it. So the first thing, a self-reflection simply means self-discovery. Then after we know the self-discovery, then you need strategy to overcome stuff that make us unhappy, stuff that irks us, and often is from childhood. And then only we can have strategy as how to move forward in life. Obviously, you can do it by yourself, provided you are pretty much a DIY person. Now, I'm not a DIY person, all right? I actually went through therapy and being coached to find out exactly what I said, the self-discovery, to realize, what is our core values, passions, and so on and so forth. So unless you're able to do it yourself and not being unbiased, I'll put it this way. Otherwise, it's best to have a coach, to have a therapist to help you through these processes. The outside perspective is obviously someone professional, then is non-biased. There's no vested interest involved. And because there's no vested interest, therefore, example, like my clients, they would trust what I say because I have no vested interest. And it's only in the interest of them that I help them with the discovery. Until you decide that it is important, be me, do me. Otherwise, generally, people will still want to go for the external achievement, external satisfaction, as I said. If you believe that it's going to be like, be me, do me, and then there's this pain point deep down, what are some of the pain points, what are some of the stuff that really you dislike, what life has sucked up to you in that sense, then you'll be able to want to do something about it. It starts with whether a person is willing to find out, to discover. That's very important first. Then only when they are willing, then they are open to accept, to even have some insight to what they discover to start with. Yes, very few people will bother about their health until their health becomes a problem. Often it is this way, right? So, like personally, right? I had a health scare, so therefore it was a wake-up call. All right, this well-being and all that, all right, often will not come to somebody's mind until they are not well. But again, why wait till then, right? If it happens to others, it can happen to us. So it's the realization that you don't want this. So what do you want instead? So the well-being can be overrated because it's being used in many different ways and perhaps sometimes in ways that are like, some people view it like it's too airy-fairy, but it is not. When you go to sleep and you're suffering from insomnia, what wakes you up or stay up? What makes you stay up in the night? And then you have maybe eczema, hypertension, all of that. Then you know your body is telling you something because our body cannot lie. So therefore, one should really look into so-called the future, not the future as future, what we want as our future, the end in mind. What's the end in mind that you want? The end in mind for me, I want to grow old, because we all will grow old, right? To still be very active, positive, with vitality, and anyway, AKA Happy Nancy, and still that Happy Nancy and generous and giving and doing what I want to do. That's my end in mind. And not looking at many, in fact, I would say majority. Look at the seniors, right? They can't walk, they limp. And from limping, they're on a wheelchair. And many then develop some kind of sickness and they go with that sickness. Is that the end in mind that you want? Is that the person that you want to see yourself? I do not. Really some serious thinking or decision that one should make. I decided to do based on the bestseller because first and foremost, it was Mr. Jack Canfield. He's a gentleman. To start with, I had an interview. I did an interview with him in his beautiful home in Santa Barbara. When I knew the opportunity came up, and of course what he represents, he's a legend, larger than life. And I took on this opportunity because first, the title, Success Redefined, rather than another success book. So that sort of gave me that it would be a great book that looking at different perspective rather than the usual success that we all know about.
Nancy's story reminds us that true success isn't just about reaching the top, but about aligning our lives with what truly brings us joy and purpose.